I'm Sarah. Welcome to the Daily English Show. On Monday, I told you about the CD that we're giving away on the Daily English Show this month, Super Simple Songs 3. But that is not all. We also have something else to give away this month, which is very cool. It is a set of postcards of a local artist here in Niseko whose work I really love. His name is Miyamoto Ken, and if you like art like this, then you're really lucky to be able to have prints of his work, or even see his work actually. He's a full-time artist and he lives in Niseko, but he sells most of his work in Honshu and he only exhibits his work occasionally. So I'm really happy he agreed to give away some of his postcards on the show because I wanted to share some of his beautiful work with the world. I'd love to have him as a guest too, but he's a bit shy. There are 10 postcards in a set and I have 5 sets to give away, so I'll send them to the first 5 people who email and say they want them. And you can check out this page if you'd like to find out more about tdes membership. Today I have some English mistakes from Venezuela for us to look at. Thanks to Louis who sent in these pictures of signs and also suggestions for corrections. This is the first one. In case of fire or earthquake, do not use elevator, use the stairs. Did you notice what the mistake was? Yes, earthquake is spelt wrong. It should be spelt like this. Louis also suggested that it should be do not use that elevator, which is true if you're saying it, but I think it's okay to leave out words like the for signs. Another place where it's acceptable to leave out words like that is newspaper headlines. For example, I saw this headline today, Jones suing movie makers for $15 million. If you were saying that, you'd say Jones is suing. This is the second sign. Please identify with security. That sounds odd, doesn't it? Louis' suggestion is please identify yourself at security. I think that sounds good. What do you think? The site I recommend today is called Global Voices. It's a media project that shines light on places and people other media often ignore. This is from their site. At a time when the international English language media ignores many things that are important to large numbers of the world's citizens, Global Voices aims to redress some of the inequities in media attention by leveraging the power of citizens' media. I'll give you an example of what they do. Today I read an article called Bloggers Debate Uesugi's Collapse of Journalism. This is a story from Japan. A journalist called Uesugi Takashi has recently written a book called The Collapse of Journalism, and the writer of this article has picked up what a range of different bloggers are saying about that book in Japanese. And she's translated those bits of their blog posts into English. So if you can't understand Japanese, you can still get an idea of the kind of discussion that's going on in the Japanese blogosphere about that book. Kia ora, in Stick News today, Japan is facing a crematorium shortage.
The Associated Press has reported there is a shortage of crematoriums in Japan. They say the number of Japanese aged 65 or older hit a record 27 million in 2007, more than 21% of the population, and that percentage will nearly double in the next 30 years. The annual number of deaths is also rising, and most people who die in Japan are cremated, so Japan needs more crematoriums. A city official in Nagoya says their crematorium is running at full capacity, and they desperately need a new one. But they're struggling to build a new crematorium due to not in my backyard syndrome. An organization called the Nippon Foundation has come up with the idea of building crematorium ships to burn bodies at sea. But officials are reportedly skeptical about the idea.
And that was Stick News for Wednesday, the 10th of September. Kia ora.
Today's word is skeptical. It can be spelt with a C or a K. Having doubts that a claim or statement is true or that something will happen. Today I was listening to an interview on a podcast, and a woman was interviewing a professional organizer, and she said that she'd always taken a rather skeptical view of the benefits of a tidy mind.
No, I've always taken a rather skeptical view of a tidy mind and the benefits of it.
When did you first see his work? In Tokyo? Did you know him? And then you met him when you moved here? It's a small world. Ages ago, actually, before I moved here. No, here, but it was when I was living in Tokyo, and I came here for the first time on holiday, and I bought one of his postcards. No, I just knew he was a local artist and I really liked his work, so I bought one of his postcards, and then I put it on my wall in Tokyo, so I looked at it every day. Yeah, it was nothing to do with art, it was through something else, but then I found out he was an artist, and I was looking at his postcards and I was like, that's my postcard!
To correct something that is unfair or wrong. A. Collapse. B. Crematorium. C. Inequity. D. Redress. E. Skeptical. Redress. Something that is unfair. Inequity. A sudden failure or breakdown. Collapse. A building in which the bodies of dead people are burned. Crematorium. Having doubts that a claim or statement is true or that something will happen. Skeptical.
And that was the Daily English Show. See you tomorrow. Bye.